Mrs., the parenting expert, the parenting coach, the early childhood education consultant. Today, I want us to talk about our teenagers. What do I even want to say? Yeah. We need to talk about sexual abuse. Yes, we really need to talk about that. Our teenagers are sexually abused. Yes. In my over 10 years experience in this field, I have talked to over 10,000 teenagers. I've visited over 50 schools. And the story is the same. These children are going through a whole lot. I mean, the secondary school boys and girls. What are we doing about it? Who are the people abusing them? They are not strangers. They are people close to them. They are the friends, the relatives, and the so-called men of God. Yes. I've had this experience of this girl that was sexually abused by the so-called pastor, because the pastor said that this girl needs a deliverance and it must be her and the pastor. So you see, one advice: whenever your pastor demands for a deliverance session upon your daughter, please be there for that session. Don't say, go look, whatever the pastor says, endeavor, make sure. In fact, just say, I will be there. If the pastor said it's for the girl alone, do not allow your daughter go for that deliverance. This is just an advice from experience of many teenagers. Don't let your child fall a victim. Now, what made me to bring up this? I've had so many of these girls, I've seen them, and when you see them cry while telling their stories, you will just feel hurt in your heart. But then, there's this particular one I saw on Facebook. You know, all this please hide my identity post. So this girl is 17 years, and the mother said she is stubborn. But you need to understand that something makes these girls stubborn. When you don't pay attention to them, when you don't pay attention to their needs, because they need to be talking to somebody and you are not there, they will be acting it out, and you conclude that they are stubborn. Some of them are not actually stubborn. Some of them, what they need is your attention. Back to my story. This particular girl, the mother said that she is stubborn, took her to a ministry where she attends, and complained about the daughter, and the pastor was like, bring her to me. She brought the girl, and after consultation, like they call it, the pastor said, there are so many demons in this girl, we need to have a deliverance session, and it must be she and I alone. The mother went home and was dancing. Wow, today the pastor noticed my daughter and has booked an appointment, blah blah blah. So finally, the girl was reluctant to go, and she reluctantly went because the mother kept pushing. You know mothers now, as they behave. So the girl went for this deliverance session, and the pastor was like, you started having sex when you were 15 years. You have had 2 rounds of sex from 15 years to now that you're 17. And the girl was like, wow, this must be a real man of God, or this man they see. So the girl accepted, said, yeah, you are right. The pastor said, okay, you have 2 options. We are having a deliverance session now. It's either you go along with me, or I call your mother to tell your mother that you have had sex right from 15 years, and she'll be aware of it around that. The girl was like, if my mother hears this, she's going to kill me. So, pastor, let's go ahead. She was ready to take anything. So when they got inside the inner room, you know this kind of thing, they have inner room. So then pastor took the girl inside, gave her olive oil and told her to rub on her vagina, which she did. The man told her to remove her clothes, which she did, and she was reluctant. She was like, what kind of prayer am I being asked to remove my clothes? She removed everything and was stark naked. So the man said, bend down, close your eyes, and the man started speaking in tongues, and very pity. So the man started speaking in tongues, and the next thing, the man penetrated her, and he was penetrating and speaking in tongues. Before I know, the speaking in tongues stopped. That was how he released inside this girl. And after that, he put his finger inside her vagina and brought out something like a cowrie. According to the girl, he brought out 2. So he told the girl that this one are the ones I brought out now. We are going to have this session again to bring out more. More are deposited in your body, and these are the demons that are disturbing you. Now, the girl is depressed. She came to Facebook and was like, hide my identity, blah 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 blah, this happened. The mother does not know, and people started advising. So what am I trying to say? These are the type of people that are abusing our girls. These are, even our boys are not left out. Our boys are being abused. So if you're not there for them, they will definitely act out some of these things, and you call it stubbornness. So if you feel your child is stubborn, why don't you make out time for this child? Why don't you start having conversation with them? In my last video, I said that these people, they are not children, they are not adults, they are adolescents, and they want to feel like adults. They like discussing with adults. I've noticed that they love to discuss with adults. They want to feel like the big girls and the big boys. So make out time and discuss with them. By the time you start discussing with them, you will realize the reason this child is stubborn. Some of them are not actually stubborn. I've said it before. Find out time and know what this child wants. What do they want? What they want is nothing but your time, your emotional support, your listening ear. Give them your listening ear. Give them your shoulder to lay on. That is what they're asking for. I don't think they're asking for too much. So as a mother of a teenager, please, from today, both the boys and the girls, make out time for them. I've always talked about praises. Yes, praise them. When you praise them, you are improving the child's self-esteem. And when the child's self-esteem is high, some of these things, the child cannot take it. Then finally, we are not raising children who are sensible. We are raising children who are senseless. I'm sorry to use that word. Most of them go to social media. They have nothing upstairs. What they know is knacking, sex, blah blah blah, breast, this and that. That's it. Nothing reasonable. You can raise people that this YouTube is somebody's idea. You can raise somebody like that in your home, the way you parent your child. You can raise a great entrepreneur in your house, the way you parent. All these things start now. Now, for a girl that starts experiencing sex at a tender age, what else will be in her head if not knacking? Now, this girl started her first sex experience when she was 15 years. Maybe she will say she's in love and all that. Now, that time she was 15 years, did you ever talk about boyfriend and girlfriend? Did you talk about emotions? Did you talk about love? Did you tell her about the urge, the sexual urge that is normal at that age? Did you tell her that these things are preparing that child to be a mother and a father? Did you do that? You did not. Now the girl had sex, which she would have told the mother, and it would have been corrected. Now we don't know what this man deposited in her body. We don't know the outcome of all this. Tomorrow now, this girl will start having problems, having issues. Then we start calling our village people. We can actually reduce all this. We can actually help our children only if we make our time for them. Please give them the gift of your time. Give them the gift of your time. It's very, very important. It will save them from a whole lot of mess. So at this moment, I want to urge you to subscribe to this channel. Just subscribe, because I'll be giving up different videos, different audio clips on parenting. You don't need to miss it. Just subscribe so that you get the notifications whenever I upload a new one. Then like and share. Our parenting books are still on sale. These books will help you in proper parenting. It will help you in step-by-step approach to modern day parenting. Even the teenagers, this book will help you. So once again, thank you very much. I appreciate you, yes, you, for listening to this end. Thank you for being here. Until when I come your way next time, I remain your lady, Ma Okoye, the parenting expert. Cheers.